Hey everybody, welcome to another
What's up?
episode of It's a Good.
It's a good number 3, baby.
How's your week
We
been?
did it, dude.
I know.
We have over 40 followers
On
on
Instagram.
Instagram. Hell yeah,
We
dude.
have like 2 subscribers on YouTube.
Last time I checked,
Woohoo!
4 subscribers.
Oh, 4? Nice.
Yeah, dude,
4.
we're doubling.
It's my lucky number.
4?
4 is my lucky
Why
number.
is 4 your lucky number?
I would see it everywhere. Like 44, I see 44 everywhere. So I guess.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
also the name of one of your songs.
Yes.
That we worked on together.
Of course.
Because it was the name of your apartment. Or the number of your apartment, correct?
No, it was just I would just see it all the time, and so like that just became my lucky number. And there's a sad story to it, but I don't want to talk about it. So but it's not sad. It's a nice it's a nice story. But
True.
you know.
Yeah, that was a really rough way to start the podcast. I'm like, yeah, so Jessica, let's talk about your deepest, darkest, worst memories.
My worst wounds.
Yeah. Come on, that's what the people want, dude.
I just healed, Richard.
yeah. I'm like, here's a knife, dude. Open those wounds for me one more time, dude. Yo, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
44 for me. Let's see what it represents. It represents 2 numbers that look the same. It's twice the number of 22, which is one of my favorite years.
Years? What do you mean, like 2022? Or like 1922?
I mean, like being 22 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I also like 1922. And I hope 2022 is good.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yo, 2022.
Isn't that insane?
In 3 months?
Did you ever think that you would like see the day of 2022?
I did think I was going to see it, but I thought I was going to be missing more limbs or something. Like it'd be in a
isn't that crazy?
ventilator.
Because you were like lived in the 90s a little bit more than I did. So
Yeah.
Like, was it weird to like be in the 90s and then get to 2000s? And
I think being a little kid at any time period is weird. I think,
Yeah, that's true.
But for sure, I was in 5th grade when September 11th happened, which wasn't in the 90s, but that's like when I was really understanding things, and I
Yeah.
just remember being like, "What the hell is going on?" I thought there was gonna be planes attacking every building
I
at
was
that
like
point.
2 or 3, so I don't remember anything.
Oh, sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's wild.
What's
to
5th
me.
grade? Like you're like what, 11?
10,
10, 11?
yeah, 9, 10 years old. It's good. That's when you start cursing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when you start like going out with your friends and saying shit.
That's when you started cursing?
Yeah, that's when I really started cursing, like openly. Everything was all like sneak cursing, but then 5th grade became like, we're at field trips and we're like, "Hey, you bitch, gay, everybody's making fun of each other." Little village, man.
I
We
started
represent.
cursing in like, well, yeah, like around middle school, but like I didn't openly do it like with confidence until like high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember I felt like I think 6th grade or 7th grade, my friends were like, "Dude, you curse too much," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, it's like I had an intervention for cursing, dude. And then a girl would preach to me about why cursing was bad, and I'm like, "Well, it doesn't say it in the Bible." And then she whipped out her Bible, and there it was, man. "No foul thing shall leave your mouth." And I was like, "Fuck."
We still don't follow that to
shit.
this
No.
day.
I cursed a little bit. I cursed more than the average Christian, I feel.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not Christian. No, I'm just kidding. Now I'm all questioning my faith because I say the F word a couple times. No, but I like when I feel like cursing makes you real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it adds a little oomph.
Yeah, yeah, definitely oomph. But I feel like if someone curses, I'm like, okay, they're a real person. Because if someone's like, "Oh, fudge sticks," I'm like, they're either
Yeah.
a 3rd grader
Or a parent around their kid.
Yeah, if a parent does it around their kid, mad
It's-
respect.
yeah,
That's a lot of
right?
control, man. Because I've had my kids be like, "Dad, you can't say that."
I remember being with you and like you said a bad word and then Gadiel was just like, "Dad, you just swore."
And I was like,
And you're like,
"Oh yeah, it's bad, man." I said, "You can't do that, Sonny." Well, I tell them in the house it's one thing, but outside the house is a different thing. But then, I don't know, dude. I curse all the time. It's bad. It's a bad habit.
Yeah.
Maybe I should stop cursing. Maybe for the month of October, I just stop cursing.
Sober October.
Yeah, sober
from,
October. Yeah.
From curse words.
Curse free, January. That's what I'll do.
Curse-free January.
That's what I'll do for my birthday month.
Yeah.
Just won't curse at all.
Wow. Wait, you're gonna be 30?
1.
31.
Yeah. The pandemic was rough,
Wow.
dude. Made me age.
31.
It's gonna be nice.
Was it different? Was it a different? Did you feel different in this new decade of your life?
You mean like starting my 30s or my 20s?
Starting your 30s.
I felt really excited because I came into the pandemic 29 years old. And I was like, okay, man, last year in my 20s, let me do it big. Play a sold out show. And the world's like, nah, man, I'm going to do it bigger. I was like, no, world, don't start a pandemic. And it did. So it was definitely a lot of like reflection. I think it required a lot of reflection from me, just thinking and just like processing and putting things in order in my mind because if I felt like if I didn't do that, I'd feel real anxious, especially with like the idea of mortality. But I think like right now in my life, it's weird. People say that like some people are comfortable with dying, but nobody wants to die.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like, of course, I don't want to die now because I have kids and I want to make sure I take care of them. Yeah.
First, take the
Yeah. You
sure?
Are you sure you don't want to die? No, thanks, Jesse. You ask me every day, Jesse, and I always tell you no. I don't want to die today. You want to die today? Come on, dude, suicide pact. I'm like, yo, Jesse. So I was trying to get her friends to kill themselves. Yo, watch out for Jesse, dude. Pray for Jesse. # pray for Jesse, dude.
I need it, honestly, though.
Yo, #.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. But you said that you were
no,
comfortable with mortality.
Yeah, I guess I'm comfortable with that. Like, if I die, it'll be okay. I'll be in heaven.
Yeah.
And if there is no heaven, I won't know.
Yeah.
So I'll just...
That brought me so much peace when you and Betsy were just like, look, we believe that there's a heaven, but if it turns out there isn't, at least we believed in something, and then we're just going to be dead, so we won't know.
Yeah, we won't know. It'll be good.
I was like, wow, that's true.
It's true, man. It's just like it's a win-win situation for everybody, bro. It's the giant black curtain that we can't see behind.
Yeah.
No one has ever told us what is on the other side.
Yeah. I like when like people were like, no, well, it's the Big Bang Theory is how we got made and all these things. I'm just like, yeah, but who created that thing?
Yeah, that's true.
I always have that question, and then it's just like, and then people think that can explain everything, but I'm just like, no, I can't. Nothing can be explained if you go all the way to the core of it. Nothing can be explained. Like the creation of things can't be explained, which is insane.
Yeah, Einstein kind of said it really succinctly. He kind of described like our knowledge as like a sphere, right? And as we learn more, the outside of us, like the outside of that sphere, also becomes greater. Like the surface of that sphere becomes greater, and then the things that we don't know, the things that we realize that we don't know still, also becomes greater. So like as we expand our knowledge, we realize that we're like the vast darkness of not knowing also grows. You know what I mean? So it's just like we can never really pinpoint it. It's kind of so
That's
cool.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's cool. It is cool.
Yeah. It's humbling.
It really is.
It makes me think like, like why stress out about so many things?
Yeah, because there's just... Yeah, I don't know. What do you think we're here to do? What do you think, like...
Shit, make episode 3 of the podcast, baby. That's what we're here to do right now. I'm not trying to do nothing else but this podcast right now. And then at the end of us filming... I'm trying to
find the purpose to my life right now, Richard.
No, you know what? It's just because it's just right in front of you. This is what we're here for.
That's so true.
We're not trying. Nice. Yeah, we're not trying to do anything else. And then after that, my purpose will be to eat lunch.
That's true.
And then...
Oh, that's so good. Thank you. I needed that. Yeah. Where you're just like, your purpose is right there.
It's right now, dude.
Wow, that's so nice.
And then it's going to be to punch Sebas.
Yeah.
Because I know you always be punching my boy Sebas.
No,
#pray for Sebas.
I love Pray for our marriage.
Pray for Sebas, bro, because Jesse be hitting him, bro.
No, I don't hit him. I just give him a little slap.
It's so funny. Domestic violence is. It always seems to be funnier when it's the girl beating up the guy.
Yeah, which is not okay. That should not be happening.
Yeah, dude. So please
domestic
stop.
violence.
Please stop hitting someone.
I do it with love though.
I do. Yeah.
He likes it.
Yeah. Well, I remember I got arrested when I was in high school, and then the cuffs were really freaking tight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I told the cops, I was like, dude, these are so tight. And they're like, yeah, that's why you never want them on again. And I was like, yeah, no, unless my wife wants me to put them on. And then they started cracking up, but then they got mad that they were cracking up. I'm always making jokes, bro. I'm always trying to joke my way out of situations. But it was, yeah. But
they hurt?
Yeah, they hurt, man.
Dang.
They hurt.
Never been in handcuffs.
Never?
Never been
You never been arrested? No?
Nope.
You never did nothing bad?
Nope.
Like, never been caught, baby. No.
That's so true.
Yeah. It is funny. I've gotten like into like some hoodlum stuff. I remember like I snuck into a pool in Cicero once, just like friends and I and my brother. We like jumped over this fence. We're swimming in the pool, and then people called the cops on us, and then the cops came to arrest us, and well, they just fucking let us go.
Yeah, like what are they gonna
like,
do?
oh, they're kids, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it was really funny, man, because my friend Frank, who was with us, is like a black kid, and he, like, we went together, and when the cops stopped us, he was gone. He had disappeared. And we were like, what the fuck? We didn't say anything. He's like, is this all you guys? And we were like, yeah. We didn't tell him that Frank was with us. And then he kind of like, they left us alone. And the man popped out of, like, behind a tree, and he's like, are they gone? You know, and we're like, yeah, they're gone. Like, the man disappeared. I was like, it's such a different relationship, bro. Because my brother and I and our little Mexican friends all thought, like, yeah, it's okay if we see him, but hey, it's a different relationship between black people and police, man.
Yeah. Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's wild, bro. So you never got in trouble? Like, no cops ever stopped you for nothing? I guess it makes sense. You're a good girl. You don't get
really,
into stuff.
No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not get into anything that. No, they never arrested me or anything like
No,
that.
nothing. No, you didn't get stopped by police once or nothing like that.
Just for speeding, but that's it. It's not like.
Oh, how did that go?
Speeding. She was just like, I really want to give you a warning. Yeah, it was a she. She's like, I really want to give you a warning, but I can't because we're like really strict with the street right now. Because it was like a 25.
You didn't just blink your eyes at her like, boink, boink?
No, I just like looked at her and I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speed.
I know what I was doing. And I was like really feeling myself. I had like really, I forgot what song I had on, but I had it like super loud and I was like dancing and everything. And I didn't realize that I was going so fast. It's like going like 50 on the 25.
Just wanna have fun. Girls just wanna have fun.
I like roll
Hitting
the window
kids.
down.
Girls just wanna have
Someone laughs at me because I always like go over speed bumps because I never see them. So like I always like boom.
Yo,
like,
have you ever driven to Mexico?
Yeah.
Those Mexican speed bumps are no joke,
yeah.
bro. They make
Why
your guts jump into your stomach.
Yeah, but like why are they like in every single, like they're literally like 2 feet apart?
Because they don't got money for cops, bro. No one's gonna pull you over for speeding. They're just gonna gonna get your car fucked up.
Yeah, you could just pay the police over there and they'll let you go.
Yeah.
Shit, here's some money.
I'm afraid, bro, because they're gonna see. I'm afraid to get arrested in Mexico. Because I'm gonna like speak one word of Spanish and they're gonna know that I'm not from there. Hola, and they're gonna be like, you fucking American. And I'm like, no.
Hola, soy Dora.
Yeah, exactly. Soy Richard. Ustedes son el. See, I fucked it up. I can't even say it because I'm so nervous even just thinking about the situation. Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be scary to get arrested in Mexico.
Or arrested anywhere that you're not familiar with.
Yeah, that's so true.
Where you're a stranger.
You don't even know.
Because I feel like I know Chicago cops and I can be like, bears.
Bears.
You know what I mean? And they'll be like, hey, you know, so bad.
Gold Cups
You kid.
sucks.
You donuts. Blackhawks. Fucking brats. Mike Dick. Just whatever can come onto my mind.
No,
the Bears
I have,
suck this year, though.
Oh, I don't pay attention
I know.
to football.
I know.
I'm
This
so
is
sorry.
not an appropriate podcast talking about my sports
Yeah, I was
sadness.
gonna say. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just know the 49ers lost against the Packers. Yeah.
They did.
They did.
Very
I don't
true.
know how much, but I just know they lost. I also know
the Raiders.
the Raiders. I do.
Sebas
I know
only
them.
watches the Raiders.
The Raiders. He loves them. They won the same day that the Packers won too. That's all I know. Kind of following it.
The Raiders lost yesterday.
They did lose yesterday. Wow, they suck.
No, they've only lost one game.
Okay,
So
don't.
they're good.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're a good.
Football, good. We got to find more things to relate on regarding sports.
Yeah, we do.
What do you like sports?
I sucked at sports growing up. I wish I really I don't think I like them because I've never actually tried to be invested in them. But I think the moment that I do and I want to, like I really want to be able to like go to a baseball game, go to cuz the only sport I know is soccer, like really well. But
know it.
Like I know
but not
it.
how to play it.
I don't know how to play it. Like I suck at playing. But I know like when people have like open spaces, I know when they should be able to switch sides, things like that, because Sivas has showed me. But like hockey, I've never been to a hockey game. I really want to go to a hockey game.
They're the best.
Really?
They're the best.
Okay, yeah, like I really want to go to a hockey game. I really want to go to a football game. I've never been to a football game. Been to a Cubs game, and I really enjoyed it. It was just a lot of fun. It was just fun to like just. But I want to go to like a Sox game and a Cubs game too again. I've been to a Bulls game, but I want to go to a Bulls game now that
Zach Levine?
the ball guy, the guy from the Ball family. What's his name?
Oh, no, I'm thinking about Lamar Ball, the dad.
No. Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
Like you know how he's like signed on to the Bulls now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he'll be in the Bull. He'll be on the Bulls. So
That's
I really want to go to a game.
That'll be good for the Bulls.
Yeah, so I want to go to a game now that he's playing, and I want to see how they play.
Ball on the Bulls.
Ball on the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Ball bull.
Ball bull. The Bull Balls. What? That's bad, man. That's a bad combination, bro.
What?
Bull balls.
Oh, bull. Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be calling that man bull ball.
Yeah.
The ball bull. That's rough.
Do you think bulls have really big balls?
Yeah, they got really big balls.
Okay, I've never seen.
You've never seen them?
No.
They look like Mongols, bro.
Like
damn,
Mongols?
they're huge. Yeah. There's a really funny joke I remember as a kid. It was like, this man, he goes to Spain, right? And he watches like the bullfight, right? And then afterwards he goes to a restaurant and he's like, oh, what's the special for today? And they're like, well, the special is bull's balls, because the bull dies and then they serve the balls, right? So he's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll try it. And he says it's the most delicious thing he's ever eaten, right? So he goes again, right, next day, and again, bull's balls. And he's like, this is the best meal he's ever had. He goes again the next day. It's like so delicious. And then he goes one more day, and then there's like these real little balls. And he's like really confused. He's like, yo, why are these so small? And he's like, sometimes the bull wins.
And it's the guy's balls.
Yeah, so that was a fun joke. That was like jokes I was telling when I was like in 6th grade. I'm like, hey, what's up, bull's balls? And that's why I got arrested for telling that joke. Yes.
Did you try to say that joke to the cops ever?
No, I've tried to like, I've gotten stopped a few times just because of the color of my skin, and I've tried to like be like fun with them when they realized I wasn't doing anything, wasn't getting into anything, and I was like, hey, okay, homie, see you later, and they're like, homie, and I was like, yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. We're homies, right? And he's like, They were like, they're ready to bash my fucking head in at any moment. And then they took like my description down in case a crime happened and a Latino was involved and they could arrest me.
That's so stupid.
It's ridiculous.
That's insane because I didn't grow up around that. Because I grew up in the suburbs. There's a bunch of white people and the cops are like, hey, good morning. Like, they're like super nice with you. You know, shake your hand.
Yeah.
You know, like let you like ride in the car or whatever.
Yeah.
So I never really had that. I always had the perception of cops being there to keep me safe. And even though I was Mexican, it for me, they were there to keep me safe, right?
Mm.
And then so like now growing up and realizing that for other people it's just like, no, bro, like they're in my like neighborhood because they want to see us like not be here. You know, they don't like us. They want to see us get into trouble, and
Yeah.
that's insane to me, like to be able to grow with that perspective of just like the cops are not good people. It's crazy because
There are some decent cops. I know that some cops have let me go. There's always that cop that I told you about that, like, one time caught Betsy and I canoodling in a car.
canoodling.
You know, and you know, he bonked on the window, and as I rolled him down to talk to him, and Betsy and I were both panicked and frazzled. he like, hey, what are you? And then he like caught eyes with me, and we looked at each other, and then he remembered all the times he canoodled in a car, and he was just like, just get out of here. And I was like, thank you, bro.
You're a real one.
Yeah, you a real one. You a real cop, bro, for canoodling in the car and remembering not to punish canoodlers. So there's some cops out there that are decent, but especially like in Little Village when I was growing up, it's like they just expect the worst out of you.
Yeah.
So that's how they treat you.
That's,
you know.
Yeah, and that's like a whole systematic fucking flaw.
It's just bad. It's bad training in my part. You know, it's bad training, and then it's just like, I don't know, man. There's just so many delicate elements regarding it. You know, right now there's a petition against this technology that they have, which essentially is like, there's like this microphone that like picks up gunshots, and it just kind of calculates direction where the gunshot came from, and then they feed that information to CPD, and then they go to the place where it happened. And it seems decent, you know, but so the talks are to get rid of that, right? Because it's only found in neighborhoods like Little Village, right? And because it's kind of like those police cameras from back in the day that were all over the city. It just kind of just looks bad. It's out there. But it's interesting because I've been shot at and almost killed. And if it wasn't for that, the cops wouldn't have shown up and essentially saved my life. You know what I mean? So it's such an interesting kind of, everything's so nuanced in this life that we live.
Yeah.
It's not just one way.
Yeah, it isn't.
Yeah, dude.
Sure.
I have to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
So the other day I was chilling.
Mm-hmm.
At my house. Betsy and I were getting ready for a hot date because the kids were at grandma and grandpa's. Yeah, steamy. And I had gotten dressed, and Betsy was getting dressed. And I hear a knock on the back door. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's probably my in-laws or something. You know what I mean? They live upstairs. They live on the 3rd floor, or somebody. So I check, and it's like this homeless guy. Right?
Oh.
Homeless guy in my backyard, and he's asking for cans, if I have any. And I was really confused. I'm like, why the heck? And it put such an uneasy feeling, because here's the thing. So that back gate fence in my apartment, we never put a key on it, right? I didn't have the key for it when I moved in, but I talked to my in-laws. I talked to my aunt who lived on the 2nd floor. And they were like, no, it's not. We don't really lock it up. Nothing really happens. But then we started noticing that things went missing. Like a bike went missing. Like not my bike, but someone else's bike from upstairs went missing. Things have been disappearing. And we're like, what the hell? And then like the dude just kind of came through. And so I was just really upset. I was really pissed off because I was thinking about my kids mainly.
Yeah.
You know, like someone has the audacity to enter your space. You know what I mean? Like, you respect people's space. So I wanted to see, like, what was your opinion on that? How would you feel if that happened to you? What would you see?
I'd be scared.
Yeah.
Like, I would be fearful. But I would also kind of try to play it safe because you don't know what they have. Like, you don't know what, like, you just don't know them. So the fact that it was a man, though, me being a woman, I'd be, like, freaked out. I'd be like, no, sorry, like, what do you want? Like, you know, but
yeah.
I always try to be like nice I try to be nice but assertive, you know, like I try to be like I'm sorry, like, what do you need, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever, like, just trying to figure out what they want. And if I don't have it, just being like, no, I'm sorry, I don't have that, whatever it is. But I mean, I think it's justified that you felt angry, because it's like, it is your space, and like, maybe to him, like, in his desperation, it's just like, that's all he needs, you know? I don't know exactly what he needed it for, but like, maybe like in his desperation, it's just like, it's like kind of what we were talking about with like eating people. I know it's like doesn't make like, it doesn't, I know it's not like
No, I'm waiting for you to connect them. You give me two different pieces.
I know, but
there's gonna be some bridge
but
right
it's like,
now.
remember when you said that there's this desperation where it's like your morals change. When there's this sort of desperation, I feel like, because this guy's homeless, he's like in desperate need of something. We don't know exactly why he needed those cans, but it's obviously desperate enough for him to break the morality of like being like, this is somebody else's space, I shouldn't go in there.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like we don't really know, but I think it is justified that you felt angry, because you're not just thinking about yourself, you're thinking about your kids too.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting because in that conversation, you know, he was asking for the cans. I told him I don't have any in the house. We didn't have any. And then he started like asking me if he said that he had a Cadillac that he's willing to sell, $20,000. He'd part with it for $500. You know, just like, and then talking about how he's going to be leaving. He's not. And it just seemed like a lot of lies. And I saw him just trying to establish some sort of connection to me, to establish some sort of trustworthiness, telling me like, oh, you know, I've worked in this and I've worked in that. I've done this. But it all seemed like untrue. It's just all lies. Oh, we're going to be leaving in 2 weeks to Puerto Rico. I just need, you know, I just came out of the hospital. You know, it just seemed like every single tether that he was trying to throw at me to somehow bring a connection. And I get, man, I get that, bro. But then I kind of just told him eventually, I'm like, okay, you need to leave. You know, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It was funny because he said, oh, I'm sorry. Because so there was a trash can. I guess there was some cans in there in the backyard. And so he's like, I'll put the cans back. And I was like, it wasn't ever about putting the cans back. But then he took an umbrella that was out there.
He said, I'm leaving with this. I don't care what you said. I need this.
I was like, bro, take the umbrella, dog.
That's so funny.
Take the umbrella, dude.
Yeah, it's difficult. We have a lot of... we live in apartments where across the street from us is like this little plaza that has like a taqueria and a lavanderia and stuff like that. And behind is like their trash cans and things like that. And a lot of the homeless people in Addison stay there. But they just kind of walk around. They don't really like do anything. They don't really ask for anything. I haven't really had like a homeless person come up to me and be like, I mean, I have, but it's been mostly here, like you know, like when I lived at DePaul and stuff like that. But I was always really good at putting on like a mean girl face.
Let me see it.
People wouldn't. No, I can't do it right now.
Let me see your mean girl face, dude.
No,
Here,
but
I'll get you in the character. You got any change?
No, Richard, I can't do it with you.
Yeah,
but I was just
you got
like,
any change, dude?
I just like make sure that I'm like looking at them.
Yeah.
Like I stare at them, and if they stare back at me, I just keep staring at them.
Yeah.
Make sure like, you know, if I look down at my phone, I know exactly where everybody is around me. When I'm in the city, because in the suburbs it's different. I kind of let my guard down, which is what Sebas always tells me, is just like you have to be like aware at all times. Everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. But yeah, definitely I had it like down a little bit. So I thankfully, thank God, I never had a problem on the trains in the city, no matter how late it was. Like I never had a problem. But I know a lot of people that did. Like I know a lot of friends that like would get groped or like just
God, man.
Just have like people just not be nice to them, and thankfully I never had that.
Yeah, I almost got into it with a couple people on the train just because I saw them harassing women, and I want to fight them, like, and so I had to just step in between and just like,
that's nice.
You escalate it, you know. And I'm like, yeah, if I get fucking stabbed on my way home from work, hey, you know what I mean? And it's so funny because I got such like I get so mad. I'm always trying to fight. But it's weird because when I became a dad and then I started like thinking about fighting and the potential to get killed.
Yeah.
You know, because before I was like, I don't care if I get killed. I'm gonna get my cell phone back.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it's some dumb shit. And that was like before smartphones. I'm talking about my fucking little flip phones. I'm gonna get my $28 back. This is so stupid.
Yeah, but it's difficult. It's a difficult thing. I think also like, well, you were like low key homeless for a bit.
Low key, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like you weren't necessarily living on the street, were you?
I was staying with people. I was like jumping around, but I didn't have secured housing. No. I didn't.
Okay, yeah. So, but I've never gotten to that place. So I don't know. I see, like, we had this conversation where it's just like you don't like, you think about it and you're just like, how did that happen? Like, how did that happen? You know, it's like, it sucks.
It's
but
rough.
there's a guy at Starbucks, a Starbucks I used to work at, and he would always come in, and you could tell he was homeless, but he was like living in a storage unit that he had, because that's like the only thing that he had, because I think he had a really good job, and then like once like the economic crisis happened, like he lost his house, he lost everything, and that's all. And you know, and then eventually we stopped seeing him because he would come every day and just get hot water, like that's all he would get because that's free. He would get hot water, and like he would bring his own tea bag or whatever, and he had like a laptop and stuff like that, and just use our Wi-Fi, and but he stopped coming, so I hope he's okay.
And that guy became Jeff Bezos. No, just kidding.
And that guy is Amazon.
he became
Prime.
he became Amazon. Yeah, man. I when I contemplate those things, I know that everyone's lives and their trajectories are so different.
Yeah, for sure.
So different. You know what I mean? And it's rough, man. It can be something innocuous. It can just be a desire to not be attached to the way things are.
Yeah.
It can be a tragedy that led you there, you know. I know that I have a very close friend of mine that works at homeless shelters, and he was telling me one thing that was really common that he noticed. A lot of those guys that are there were the kids that never left home. You know, and they were the ones that were taking care of mom. But it wasn't like they were just there.
Yeah,
you know?
they were
They
just
didn't
there
really do
to
anything.
kind of take advantage of.
Yeah, and then when mom passed away,
they didn't own anything.
And then the siblings were like, "We're selling the house," and you know, and now that person's homeless because they never really spread their wings. You know,
that's insane.
And never learn how to take care of themselves in that way. And so that's an interesting dynamic as well. We just don't know. And the important thing is to like treat everyone with compassion.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because for me, my rule of thumb is if you ask for food, I'm getting you food, dog. Like there's no, if you ask me for like, yo, get me a sandwich, get me some wings, I got you every single time.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know that's real. If you say I need money for the bus, I'll pay for your bus ride. But I'm not going to give you money, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not
just
gonna give
money,
you money. I'm not going to give you money, just money. But it's interesting. You have to have the rule because the truth is some people are suffering and some people are in a difficult situation and some people really aren't. You know what I mean? They're living a life that they want to live, you know? And so I take it from my grandpa. Every time he'd go to Puerto Rico, he would just have a big old bag of quarters. And anytime somebody asked for money, he wouldn't ask if they needed it. Because I've been in Puerto Rico, bro, and I saw the most buff, glistening skin. He looked healthy as hell, and he was asking for money. And I was like, who the fuck? Like, what are you fucking... He looked healthier than me. He looked better than me. He looked nice and everything. And I was like, who the fuck? He had, like, nice sunglasses. Like, yo, papi, dame un... Cora algo. And I was like, no, what are you talking? Like, there's some dudes that really look fucked up, and you're asking me for change. But my grandpa's rule of thumb was, he's just, anybody that asks, I'm gonna give him a quarter. I'm not gonna ask why they need it or what. I'm not gonna judge them. Just boom, it's his rule.
Yeah.
Right. And I think if you kind of keep rules like that, then you don't have to feel the guilt.
Yeah.
It's kind of like our it's kind of like that argument for the welfare system. Like, there's people that take advantage of the welfare system, and it's just like, yo, bro, but I'd rather like 3 people take advantage, so that one person actually gets help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, for sure. I think me and Savas have this talk a lot, where because he was like super poor growing up, so he's like, and DACA doesn't give him like anything, like he doesn't qualify for DACA. So he's just like, if these people are here but they're able to work, like why don't they work? Like that's always like his argument. And so like he kind of has a little bit of like I'm over here busting my ass, like not in legal ways, and they have a legal way to work and they don't. Like I just, and so for him it's always like, so I always think of that point of view too. And I think it's just also where you come from, like the way that you think, is important to the way that you perceive things.
Yeah.
And you perceive other people. But yeah, I think that's true. It's just kind of like having those rules. Like, what are you gonna do? Like
yeah.
it's
your values.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the only way you can live.
Yeah.
Because the world is so chaotic, and definitions change all the time, and what's wrong and what's right are constantly in fluctuation.
Yeah.
So if you don't have some sort of ground to stand on, right? How are you going to move and survive in this world?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because everything is changing. Everything is changing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like the fact that we're doing a podcast together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was like in the 90s, I remember like in the Baptist church I grew up in, a man and a woman talking together. You know what I mean?
And they're both married?
Yeah. What? You know what I mean? It was ridiculous. You know what I mean? But things change, right? But certain values don't change.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's just like you can't be so judgmental.
Yeah.
It's a delicate balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a delicate balance, dude.
And we had this conversation too about how like trying to go back to like the past instead of like living this new way, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I try to do that a lot. It's just like, well, Jesse 3 years ago was happy. Like, I want to be that Jesse again. But it's just like, no, there's so many things that have already happened to me.
You can never be that Jesse again.
And like for me, it's just like, no, you can't be that Jesse again. Now you can just be a happy Jesse in this time.
Yeah.
So it's
exactly.
Like, so it's cool the way, like, to see things that way too. It's just like, yeah, the past was great, but there's like greatness in here, and there's going to be greatness in the future, and there's going to be hurt here, and there's going to be hurt in the future.
Right.
Like, it's going to be the same thing in just different time periods.
Right. And it's just it's adapting.
Yeah.
It's adapting. The issues that I struggled with, my kids probably won't ever need to struggle with them, right? But they're going to be dealing with things that are completely different, right? When my son brings over his robot girlfriend, and I'm going to be like, not in my house, no robots here. I don't know. But Dad, I'm sorry, beep boop. My dad's not normally like this. It's okay, Ricardo. I still love you. I want to be so close-minded to a robot girlfriend.
I like how your mind just went all the way there. Just like, whoa.
It's something that I feel like it will definitely happen.
Yeah.
People, when robots become a thing that people have around, people are going to be going out, not even going out with them, because I don't think they'll be that personified. They'll just be
like emotionally invested.
No, I think they'll just be for the canoodling.
Canoodling.
For canoodling. I mean, like cleaning the house and canoodling. That's,
cleaning that.
It's gonna be wild, man.
That's insane. Like the movie Her. Well, it wasn't really a robot, but it was like a voice.
Oh yeah, the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, just falling in love.
I like that.
Have you seen Ex Machina?
No, I
That's
haven't.
like the dark version of Her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to see that movie.
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Her is just like so like I love the colors. like how romantic it is, but like
Yeah.
it's like low key like weird because like you start like falling in love with their love story, but it's just you have to realize that it's just
It's not real.
yeah, it's not real. Just like how he realizes that it's not real, and everybody has her, and oh,
That's the thing, dude. That's just the liberal media trying to convince us that robot human relationships are okay. I'm
They
like
are not
angry against
okay.
robots. Yeah, I'm just like so close-minded.
not okay. No.
But no, yes. I think my kids are going to be dealing with things that I've never
Yeah, for
dealt
sure.
with, you know? And it's important to be an open mind. And then just to go back to those values, right? My son might want to do something that I've never been able to do or never even thought about doing. I want to be this or I want to be that. And it's just like, okay, do it well and be honest when you do it. You know, work hard. Because those are the values that count,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and this, like you said, like they're going to be going through different things, but the feelings are still the same.
Right.
Because feelings will always remain the same. Like there's only
It's only
certain
so
amount.
many.
Yeah, there's only so many feelings that you can feel. So it's like doesn't matter if they're going through something different. The circumstances aren't the same, but you know how you felt the same way that they know how they feel, and so like you are able to help them in that way, being like, well, I felt like that before.
Yeah.
So feelings are a great thing.
I think if you express them, they're super helpful.
Yeah.
I think if you allow them to breathe and ruminate inside your body, just boom, you're good.
But if you suppress them,
Whew.
they hurt.
Yeah. They hurt you. They hurt everybody.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I felt like whenever I was just like, oh, I'm not going to be sad or I'm not going to express this anger, I was still expressing it.
In different
Everybody
ways,
knew that I was
yeah,
upset.
for sure.
I've never been able to hold it in.
Yeah.
And then it just makes me double down. It made me double down in the thought of like, oh, if everybody can still see it, then I'm doing it wrong. Let me suppress even more. I'm gonna push it further. It's trying to come out. You know what I mean?
It's like the garbage can when like it starts getting full, so you like push
Yeah.
it all the way down.
And then it's either gonna keep popping up through the sides of where you
Yeah.
pushed, or it's gonna burst the bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got garbage juice everywhere.
Yeah. Ooh, garbage. Do you like when like? Oh no.
Do I like
no,
when what?
No. I don't like it when like there's like wet food in like the sink and you have to touch it and like throw it away in the trash. I know.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It is the most disgusting thing.
I know.
I've learned to do it now that, you know, not when we had a bunch of kids and there's always dishes, you know, I just had to be like, okay, let me just slurp it out. I'm just kidding.
Richard.
I must become what I hate. Wet garbage.
Ew.
No, but yeah, food waste is kind of gross, slimy. Oh, did you see that spit that came out of my mouth?
It felt right.
Yeah, right. It's all gross. But yeah,
Yeah, it's nasty.
it is nasty, it's slimy.
I know. What's your favorite chore to do around the house?
My favorite chore. I like cleaning the kitchen.
You like cleaning the kitchen?
I like cleaning the kitchen. I like cleaning the bathroom.
Oh wow.
And I do like I like cleaning my clothes.
Why not your kids' clothes or Betsy's clothes? Or why not? Why just your clothes?
Well, because it's very therapeutic for me to just make sure that my stuff is all taken care of for the week. But when it comes to little kids' clothes, have you ever tried to fold 100 little shirts, dude?
No.
It's so hard.
I know. I bet.
It's so hard, you know, because Betsy and I could clean our clothes. It'll be like fine. It'll be like, okay, cool. Well, boop, put it on a hanger.
Yeah.
Great. Little kids' clothes, you gotta fold it, put a bow tie on. You know, it's
Bow
just
tie.
no, you don't. But it's just so much work.
Yeah, it's like
so
little.
much work.
It's a little. Aww, cute little sacks.
It's always popo stains.
Ew. What was Renato's first big like explosion of poo poo?
Oh, those happen right away, dude. I think in the
Yeah?
first couple of days, it just right through the back. They just, but like little baby poop when they're only drinking milk, kind of just smells like mayonnaise. I mean, like mayonnaise or mustard. It doesn't. It looks like mustard. Smells like mustard. It's not like a. It's just more like.
My mom said that she used to gag every time that she would change our diapers. Like, she would gag the entire time. She couldn't take it.
Your mom, I don't know why she's like fucking breathing from her nose, dude. Your mom's like, just hold your breath.
She has like a really bad gag reflex. Like, even like dog poop or whatever, like anything, like she just gags. Like, she's really bad with that.
I'm gonna fart next to your mom next time I see her, dude. I want to see her. I want to see her like. Oh! No, your mom's nice, dude. You know, I didn't know that your mom. Obviously, she has the same name as my grandma, my mom's mom.
Margarita?
Margarita.
Wow. Mm-hmm. What's your grandma's last name?
Her maiden last name was Rivera. Margarita Rivera.
Wow. Puerto Rican, yeah. That's a sexy name.
Mm-hmm. My grandma was a sexy lady. What? You just quote me on that, dude? When I'm running for president? So, Richard, in 2021, you said that your grandma was a sexy grandma. How do you feel about that now? I think we're avoiding the subject. What I'm here for is to talk about anti-robot and human relationships. If you listen to that podcast, I've been adamant about robots and humans since the beginning.
Hey, how do you feel about the Super Bowl people, the Super Bowl halftime show people?
Oh, who's going to be performing?
Snoop Dogg. Kendrick. Mary J. Blige. And Dr. Dre.
That's a West Coast.
That's epic.
Jam for sure.
I'm so excited to see what they do.
You think they're going to be playing? Oh, Tupac hologram is for sure going to be there.
Yeah?
Yeah,
so?
He's got to be there, dude. That's West Coast, dude.
Yeah.
You think Ice Cube is going to come out?
Ice Cube. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know if Ice Cube's going to come out. I don't know. There's already like so many people, but I mean, why wouldn't they add more, right?
Yeah, they would just add. They should just add, a bunch. They should have like a NWA.
Yeah, they should.
Like that come back, and then you got like little.
Wait, what's that Dr. Dre? The dun 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 dun.
Yeah. The Return. No. What is it? The Return? No.
I love that melody.
I forgot what the name of that song is called.
It's something Dre, right?
Yeah.
Like something with his name in it?
Every song with Dre
has his name in it.
It has his name with it. Eminem is going to be there for sure.
What do you think Kendrick is going to sing?
He's going to sing We're Going to Be Alright. He's going to sing Somebody Pray For Me.
Do you think? Oh, Humble. Yeah.
And then he's going to sing something from Black Panther.
And
then Baby Keem's going to come out. And they're going to sing
Family
Top of the
Ties.
Morning, Top of the Morning.
Oh.
Everybody's going to be doing like this with their hats. Everybody
Wow.
in the entire stadium.
If they don't do that, I'm going to be disappointed in you, Richard.
If Snoop Dogg doesn't come down with a giant
dog
rope
tail
of hemp. Oh, yeah. No, rope of hemp. And he just starts smoking it at the beginning of the set. And then it finishes by the end. If he doesn't do that, I'm going to be very upset. It's going to be interesting because it's okay, so weed isn't nationally legal, right? But if this was a show in California, he would be like smoking and it'd be all cool. And it's probably going to be in California. But they couldn't broadcast a bunch of drug references. But it's Snoop Dogg. Like, how could you not?
Yeah, exactly. It's Theo Snoop.
Okay, I bet when he comes up, there's going to be some sort of smoke, a bunch of fucking smoke that comes out. And they won't say that he smoked. But it's just going to a bunch of smoking innuendos. Smoke, giant red eyes in the background.
A big blunt.
Yeah, a giant blunt that they're going to say is a cigarette.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre's going to be buff looking. Mary J. Blige, that's nice.
I'm excited to see what she's going to wear.
She's going to be dancing all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be doing her dances where she's like this. And Kendrick, it'll be nice to see Kendrick playing a stage like that. Because he always kills it like at like award shows.
Yeah.
You've seen him. It's just very theatrical.
Yeah, for sure.
What did you think of the Weeknd's performance
I didn't like
Super Bowl?
it. I really didn't enjoy it at all. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like it was a little bit boring. I feel like it wasn't anything special. And I feel like that's what the Super Bowl is for. Like, the Super Bowl halftime show is like to do things that we've never seen you do before. And I feel like that's something that he could have done at an award show. Or, yeah, I just don't think it was. The only one that I liked, I think, like, the only part that I liked was when he had, like, the dun, 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 and then he had, like, the people dancing.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's, like, the only part that I feel like, oh, that looked really cool. Otherwise, though, I don't know. I didn't really like it, you know, but...
Do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, I really enjoyed when Coldplay had the halftime show, and they invited Bruno Mars and Beyonce. I really enjoyed that one.
That was sick.
A lot. I enjoyed that one so much. I think that's my favorite one. Yeah.
I really like the Shakira and J-Lo one.
Oh, that one was good. I forgot about that one.
Dude,
that one was
Shakira
so
started
good.
drumming.
Yeah.
She like, and they were dancing. And one of my favorite moments is when J-Lo had like the American flag on her back, right? And then she like fucking subversively and badassly like opened it, and it and it had the Puerto Rican flag, and I was like, "You fucking beast, bro!"
Yeah, I know.
I loved it, dude. And I think Lady Gaga's performance is really good. When she performed, because she was like out there, man. She like gave all 110%.
Yeah.
She was out of breath by the end of it. Like she was just like, holy
fell out from the sky.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
she jumped, right?
Yeah.
That's a funny meme.
who
It's like a cat.
Travis Scott, which one did he do? He like
Oh, Fortnite. Oh, wait, what? Sorry. He did like a Fortnite like concert like on Fortnite. It was really cool.
But he came in for somebody's Super Bowl show.
Oh, he did?
Where they had like the beginning of like the SpongeBob meme where like they started playing trumpets and like SpongeBob was there in the background. And then he comes in a meteorite and plays
I don't know.
No? You don't remember?
No.
Maybe I'm making it up. If you guys are listening and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, comment below, dude. Comment below. I'm going to see what time we're at right now because we want to make sure we give everybody an hour. Because if you don't have an hour, then we're fucking awful.
What time are we at?
We're at 51 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, so now we're going to cut for commercial. No, just kidding. We're going to get sponsors pretty soon, dude.
Yeah, we are.
What are your dream sponsors?
I feel like, actually, I don't know. Let me think about it while you say yours.
Okay, my dream sponsors. Something to do with marijuana.
Okay.
Something to do with health.
Okay.
Something to do with bed sheets.
Okay. I think like a coffee or a tea company would be cool.
Nice.
So we can like have that.
Oh shit, yeah.
What else?
I'm thirsty.
I'm thirsty. I think I don't know. What else? Oh, there's these people that do like these cool neon lights.
Okay.
Like I feel like for them to sponsor us and then we can have like, you know, It's a Good and like neon lights here. That'd be cool.
Sick. I'm not even thinking about those type of sponsors. I'm thinking about okay, yeah.
I think that's it. Or like maybe even like I don't know, like wear like clothing that we can wear, things like that. Or like energy drinks or something like that, or IVs.
Yeah, IVs. Just hook up the IV show. This episode is brought to you by drugs. Have you drugs and IVs.
Taken opioids?
Yeah, I guess so. I've had like prescription drugs after some surgeries. Like when I broke my elbow, I had to get on some opioids. Yeah. And it got me sick.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't like them.
My body loves them. I was chilling. After my appendix, I was like,
Hey, this is nice.
I was like, you don't have to take them anymore. I was like, yes, I do.
Yeah. I know what to do to remove that stress from what you just told me.
Yeah. You know what's insane about like work? Like I don't know how to explain it, but like just work, I guess.
Yeah.
When I was getting my appendix out, literally like an hour before I was getting my appendix out, my manager was like, "Hey, just wanted to know when the doctor when did they say that you would be okay to like come back?" An hour before I had to get my appendix out. Like, girl, I haven't even taken my appendix. I don't know. Like, a week? I don't know. Give me something. Like, you're already over here. She's like, okay, just wanted to see if, like, you wanted to do, you still have to do, like, this training online. Like, did you want to do it in store? You can sit down, or, like, you can take the laptop at home and do it. And I was like, insane. Isn't that crazy?
Terrible,
like,
dude.
they don't, like,
They thirsty.
they don't care.
Managers gotta just do manager shit, bro.
That's insane.
My Target manager wanted me back after I broke my arm, and I was like, I ain't coming back, dude.
Yeah.
I'm never coming back to that place,
I hate
dude.
that. Well, I mean, I guess it's their job, right? But
Yeah. They want you to work.
yeah.
I
don't want to work.
That's why we have to succeed in this, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Every single thing that we do, we don't want to work for anybody.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think about that all the time.
Dream job.
Yeah.
Go.
Dream job. Just be self-employed, like doing this all the time, like creating content, literally.
Yeah, we have to get sponsors.
Yeah.
That's how we
just
do
like
it.
creating content. Hey, if you guys want to sponsor us, if you guys know anybody that can sponsor us, let us know.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
Please. Yeah, we need to put something on there.
We should record another episode after this.
Yeah.
And then it's the one that we curse a lot in. We talk about the real shit. Yeah. That's when we talk about the real deal stuff, bro.
Yeah.
That's when we get into fights and stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, that's when we're not friends.
It's the real us.
Yeah, it's the real us. So we just talk shit about each other.
Right now is just
it's a roast battle.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'd be able to take it. I'm too soft.
Yeah, just like cry. You don't even let me finish.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Jesse, what I think about? Okay, let's stop.
Can't take it anymore.
Whose words do you value most? Like, if they were to say like something not encouraging to you, that you would just be the most devastated.
Ooh.
I feel like my dad or my wife.
Sebas for sure. Yeah, Sebas for sure, and my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sebas for sure, and my mom. Like, those are my top two. Cause like if my dad says, well, my dad too. Cause if he like says something like, it doesn't even have to be mean. If he just like has like just not in a good mood and like he says something and I'm just like, leave me alone.
See, that's how I feel. I feel more combative against like my mom. If my mom were to say anything, I'm like, whatever, you know. But if my dad were to say something, I'd be like.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, if my mom were to say something, I cry. But like if my dad says something, I'm just like.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like he like turns around and I like stick my tongue out. But and if Sebas is worse though, like if Sebas says something, like if he doesn't say it in the way that I can receive it properly, I'm just like pissed. Like I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm like, you don't love me anymore. This is it. We're done. I'm not good enough for you.
It's like, I just told you to throw out the garbage. I just told you to grab the garbage from the sink. No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's not gonna work. I can't do this.
This is it. I had a dream last night that me and Sebas were in an open relationship and there was another girl involved in it, which is weird. I never have dreams like that. I always have dreams that like he's cheating on me, but I never have dreams like that where we're in like a what is it called?
Polyamorous relationship.
Polyamorous relationship. And I guess it was their turn to go to like vacation together.
And you were pissed?
And I was mad, but this is weird. We were like, I was on FaceTime with them. But it was me and him. So I was seeing myself with Sebas. And I was mad. And like they were like in the car and you know, they were canoodling. I think they had just finished canoodling. I think. Like, in my head, I was just like, that's what they did. And I was mad. I was angry. And I was just like, no. And then he came back from the vacation. I was just like, do you love me? Like, do you love me more? Like, I need you to love me more. Like, I want you to love me more. Like, it should just be us. And all this stuff. It was just really weird. It was
and it's so funny that person was you as well.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Yeah. It's like, because it was me. But, like, in the dream, it was, like, not me.
It's two parts of you, man. They're battling for each other. They're battling for that attention for Sebas, you know. And there's a part of you that's idealized of all these things that you can be enjoying, and you're jealous for that. And you want that, you know.
Wow.
You know, you want that, but you can't. Sometimes you can't just get over the things that are around you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Canceling my therapist appointment.
Yeah.
Scheduling with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need
Hell
you
yeah.
anymore.
I don't need you.
You
I'm on a
left to
podcast.
Texas.
I'm doing a podcast now. I can let all my feelings off of my podcast,
Yeah.
buddy. I'm just like,
But
and
please
I-
subscribe.
constantly talking to my therapist about it. She just won't stop talking about her problems. We'll just tell her to stop. We can't. It's a podcast. Yeah, man.
I know. I remember that one time I was just like, Richard, if it ever gets too much, just tell me to stop talking about my problems.
Yeah.
And you're like, no. I'm like, yeah.
It's all good,
can.
dude. It's all good, dude. I think for me, I think my wife's words are just so important to me because I feel like Betsy has been there for me more so than any other individual. You know, even the relationship that I have with my father couldn't have been established if I didn't have the relationship that I had with my wife.
Wow.
Because she was there for me in those dark times and has always loved me, even when I've been too foolish to like realize it or appreciate it. Because like when you don't love yourself, you know, you can't really love another individual, or you can't really accept a person's love. You can't accept a person's love.
Yeah.
But her perseverance and her strength and just my wife is just so beautiful and strong that she just like kept just loving me and so if she were to say something to me that if she were to be like, I don't know, you suck, dude, I'd be like, I would be so heartbroken,
destroyed. I know.
but it's a beautiful power to have, because I think we have that for each other, right? Because it is a power that people have over you, but you choose to let people have a power over you, right? Because it's kind of like because this world is all about like powers. It's all about powers, and just like it's like who, you know, it's like scriptural, right? Like who do you serve? You know, and there's certain things like it's certain things I don't want to do because I know the Lord, the big guy's he's the one that's watching me, and I don't want to disappoint him. But because I do that, I don't have to worry about other things bearing down on me, you know. And so because of the love that I have for Betsy and the love that I know that she has for me, I know that I'm free from, like, I got married right before Tinder became a thing, right? And I could only imagine the whirlwind of ups and downs if I was like on Tinder, like just like, ugh, it grosses me the fuck out to think about like, hey, what you doing? Because I could and then meeting the person and then like, okay, are we gonna fuck? It's just so stressful to think about.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? It just seems so awful and just like so like vain and empty.
Yeah, for sure.
That it's just like, God, man, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that, man.
Yeah.
So glad I don't have to deal with that.
When I get into that headspace of almost, because this comes with marriage too, and I don't think people realize it until you get married, like it comes with thinking, well, what if I wasn't actually ready, and like what if I actually needed to like be with other people? And then you start kind of looking around and you're just like, what if I'm not in the right spot? And like, what if, you know? And like, so then you start looking around you instead of focusing on like building your marriage. Yeah. And in reality, it is what you said. It's like, I think about that all the time. I'm just like, if I were single right now, not married, didn't have a boyfriend, whatever, the dating, like, I wouldn't be able to do it. I just can't. Like, I can't. I don't know how I would do it. I mean, I would, right? If that's what God wanted me to do, then I would. But I just, it does stress me out to think about it. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Sorry to all you people that are dating right now, because it's hard out in the streets. It's hard.
It's hard, man. It's
hard. So many, you know, you just don't, so many people in the world. And you don't know exactly what they want from you. Right.
Exactly. And then, you know, everyone has a different path. You know, we both got married with our spouses very young.
Yeah.
you know, and we're very fortunate to have that.
For sure.
Some people don't have that opportunity. Some, you know, people are like, I don't want to get married young. I want to live my life. And I'm like, and then I see some people living their lives, so then they worry about having families, you know, they worry about that, or they can't have kids. And, you know, and it's just like, man, that's a reality.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure.
There's a difference between like being, there is a difference in age and all that stuff. But there's caveats to that too, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't throw myself into certain things like music or 1,000%, because I had to make sure that we talked about purpose, right?
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that we think we should be doing, but what we should be doing is just right in front of us.
Yeah.
Right? And doing it well, not getting lost and caught up in all these thoughts and feelings, but just focus on what's in front of you right now. And that's why I think it's really important for me to make sure that the spaces that I establish are well put together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want a clean home. I want a clean studio space. Like we're recording this right now in my space.
Yeah.
And, you know, I work to make sure that it has a certain vibe and a certain energy when we're here.
Yeah.
You know? Because what I don't want is distractions.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
So, yeah, dude.
That's something that I learned from you very well too. Like just establishing like a certain dynamic and presence when you're in a room.
Yeah.
Because it's important. And like coming in with, even if you're not having a good day, like coming in like knowing like, okay, I'm not having a good day, but like I'm gonna give it my best, and
Right.
I'm gonna come in like honestly and like authentically. I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna be myself, the way that I am and the best that I can be today.
Right.
And that's all I need to do.
Right.
And knowing that the other person's gonna reciprocate the same thing,
Right.
and be accepting of whatever you bring in that day is really nice. Which is why I'm really glad that we have the podcast together, because
Right.
I feel very open and honest when I'm here. I don't feel like I need to force anything or.
Yeah, and I think that's important for even the individuals that are listening. And we thank you guys for everybody that's listened so far, and everybody that's been supportive of us and giving us comments and things. We appreciate you guys. And we hope that you guys like and share. We love you guys. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.
Yes.
God bless you. That we love you guys.
Peace out.
Peace out. Like and share. Yo, peace.